Okay, my dear brethren, please let us start with a word of prayer. Let us bow our heads, let us pray. Gracious, loving Father, be with us right now as we enter into your word. Please help us to understand the sense and value of what is being said as we prepare to act a part in the final crisis. Be with all of us here in a special way and help us to leave this place at the end of the Sabbath educated and dedicated to fulfill your will and to do our part in the final crisis. These mercies we ask of you and thank you for hearing us and blessing us. Amen. Amen. So we are continuing our discussion on the role of the seventh-day Sabbath in the final crisis. The role of the seventh-day Sabbath in the final crisis. And we all know very well that there is supposed to be a final crisis coming up on the face of the earth. And all of us have to face that final crisis. But in facing that final crisis, we understand it will be over the seventh-day Sabbath. The world may not know that now, and politicians may not know that now, but there is to be one big global crisis concerning the seventh-day Sabbath. And everybody will have to have an attitude towards it, either in the right way or some will choose to have the wrong attitude. But since this is the final crisis to take place, and that is over the seventh-day Sabbath, we want to get a proper perspective on what will we gain from and what will we do with regards to the seventh-day Sabbath in the very last days. So let us just give a quick rehash on the charts until we reach up to where we left off from the last time. So we understand here in our very first chart here that the seventh-day Sabbath teaches us a lot of things. It teaches us creation, not evolution. And we all have been discussing that this morning. It also teaches us true history and not historical lies. It teaches us biology and not pseudo-organisms. It teaches us divine government and not anarchy. The seventh-day Sabbath also teaches us true religion, not false religion. It also teaches us that Yahweh is God alone and there are no other gods. The Sabbath also teaches us health reform and not health deform. It also teaches us a righteous society and not tyranny. It also teaches us psychological health and not psychological illnesses. The seventh-day Sabbath also teaches us labor and not idleness. As a matter of fact, I often tell people, when you hear that 6 days you must labor and do all your work, that is in the Sabbath clause itself. Yeah. So the Sabbath is the one that tells you have to work how much days? 6 days. And it appoints one for rest. The fact that it appoints for rest, it means that the Sabbath also points to health reform. What do you say? So you see, a lot of things you can find out in the Sabbath, right? For instance, it points to good relations and not dysfunctionalism. So in other words, the seventh-day Sabbath, in your experience, causes you to relate properly to people. And you will have no kind of dysfunctionalism in your relationship if you gain a special blessing from the seventh-day Sabbath. So what do families need to do? Families need to keep the Sabbath together. Alright? And of course it teaches us obedience and not what? Transgression. Now we went into this last week and we discussed this for a while. But since the seventh-day Sabbath teaches us that, then the next chart will show us an important thing here. It shows the seventh-day Sabbath, therefore, is a generic trigger knowledge. Now you have knowledge that triggered off other knowledge. But you have a generic knowledge, trigger knowledge. A generic trigger knowledge means something that is a source of giving you a whole set of knowledge. So the Sabbath day, the seventh-day Sabbath, is a generic trigger knowledge. And by trigger knowledge, it gives us what? Implicative knowledge. Is that understood? If God created the earth, why are people trying to create new genders? Why is a woman calling herself, when you ask her what gender are you, she says, I am they. What's that? And why are governments now preparing people's passports so that they can put on your passport your preferred gender? So that when you're coming into a country, they're looking at a woman and they're calling her trans cat. Meaning a change between a woman and a cat. So she's now a cat. Or a person comes in and his gender is gender fluidity. What does that mean? He changes his gender whenever he wants. And they are putting that on your passport. Also, they have told parents now in hospitals from now on, we are telling you, you are not going to define the gender of your children. That's the latest thing they have come up with. You're in a hospital, you know, make a child, you're not going to say he or she. You will let that child determine what gender that child wants to be. That's what they are now saying. And that shows you how crazy the world has gone. Amen? But it happens because of the rejection of the Sabbath day. That's why that is what you have to preach. But preach it in a relevant way to help people. Next shot. Also, we see here that Yahweh, the strange name that you find 3 times in the 7th-day Sabbath, if you look at all the laws that God made, you will find no names in them except His name. So if you find a law, whether it is a ceremonial law or whether it is the 10 Commandments, there are no laws that have anybody else's name in it but whose name? Yahweh. And that is there's a reason why that is so. Why His name alone. And even further yet, of all the commandments, the clause that has His name 3 times, Father, Son, Holy One, Spirit. Remember, He says in the name of the what? Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. He didn't say the names plural. He said in the what? Name. And you have 3. The only clause that has it is the 7th-day Sabbath. But what we found out when we looked at that name is that name, Yahweh, is the judge of the whole earth. Yahweh is equivalent to God. If you say Yahweh, you say God, you mean the same thing. And also Yahweh is identified as the Savior of the world. So anybody who wants salvation, you cannot go to Allah or Krishna or some other God. You must go to who? Yahweh. We also found out that He is the global king. He even rules in the kingdoms of men. He set up kings and He take down kings. Amen, brethren? Therefore Yahweh is the global king. Also, He is the lawgiver. So since He is the lawgiver, it is absurd for any ordinary human being to create any foolish law and tell us we have to obey. For instance, your 6-year-old daughter comes home after she had a training in a class and says, Mommy, I want to be a drag queen. And the mother says, what? She says, yes, I want to be a drag queen. And she said, no, you're a little girl, you can't be so. So the child goes back to school the next day. And the teacher asks, all who told their mommies they want to be a drag queen. And this one puts up her hand. What did your mommy say? And she said, well, mommy said, no, I'm a girl. Then they could go to the headmaster and start proceeding against you. The law will take charge of it. And what the law will do, the law will now come and take your child away from you. Because they should have bought the dress. They should have given you lipstick. And you should have encouraged your child in it. This is how far they have gone today. But all that is happening because they have a lot of foolish lawgivers. There's a man in Canada rented out his house to Muslims. After he rented out his house to Muslims, they was there for about 3 years in the house, so he finally gave them notice. When he came to deliver the notice that he's supposed to leave, they told him he cannot walk in his own property with his shoes on. Well, he gave them notice, he didn't go. So then he was calling them up over a period of time because they're not leaving the place and he can't get in contact with them. After he was calling them up and he couldn't get in contact with them, he now went to his own property, found it open, walked in the house with his shoes on. The Muslims and them were there, but notice they were not taking him on, and went to the Human Rights Commission in Canada and said he breached their rights because he came in the house with shoes on. It went before the Human Rights Court, and they fined the owner $15,000 that he has to pay the Muslims for breaching their rights in his own property with his shoes on. You see, this clearly shows us the kind of injustices going on in the world of tyranny, because they are not acknowledging this Yahweh in the 7-day Sabbath as they what? Of course, he's identified as the Most High, and he can't have anyone higher than the one, the Most High. Okay? Of course, he's also identified as Jesus. Jesus, the English form of Yahshua, meaning Yahweh, Savior. The same Yahweh that is the Savior, if you take Yahweh, Savior, put it together, you get Jesus. So Jesus is none other than Yahweh. This is what we found out in our charts, right? Continue right there. So we went into the 7th-day Sabbath, and when we read the clause in Exodus 28:11, we found that it is the seal of God. A seal, like a king had a seal on his ring. A seal tells you the name of the sovereign, his authority, and his territory. Those three things you found in the 7th-day Sabbath. So that the 7th-day Sabbath is the seal of God. His name identified in it is what? Yahweh. His authority is that what? He created. So he is what? Creator. And his territory is what? The heavens, plural, and the earth. And all these three things together is summed up in the term Yahweh. So it's not a boast. And if himself it was a boast, it would be good. But when he says Yahweh, he means Yahweh, the creator, who rule heaven and earth. And that's the reason why Yahweh is used. The Yahweh means ruler of the heavens and the earth. That's what we found out. So this is what we found out about Yahweh from the 7th-day Sabbath. Next one. Now we also found out that on this earth today there are two powers, global powers, fighting for the rulership of the earth. One of them in the Bible is called the King of the North, and the other is called the what? King of the South. The King of the North, we found out, of course, in previous studies, to be none other than the Roman Catholic papacy. It's a strange government. He doesn't have arms or like guns, and he's not a political ruler, but somehow he's a ruler over a small quarter-mile territory, while he is ruler over billions of Catholics all over the earth. And his authority he had is a strange authority. But we also found the King of the South, these international Jewish bankers had formed the Illuminati. So these two powers have been fighting. What you and I have seen on the earth and have faced since 1798, we have been born after 1798, the period called the time of the end. The struggles you and I have seen in the world wars and the problems that have been happening is based on a struggle between those two powers. So you have to be able to fit in the struggle, who is responsible for what. Next. We also found out they are fighting to control the earth. We also found out when we look at one of them, the Bible calls it modern spiritual Babylon. We are told modern spiritual Babylon is made up of three parts. The three parts are the dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. We found out that the dragon is non-Christian pagan religion. And we also found out that the beast is the Roman Catholic papacy. And we also found out that the false prophet is the apostate Protestant churches. These three make up what is called spiritual Babylon in the Bible. Not modern day Babylon, which is in ruins. The modern day Babylon in Iraq is in ruins. But it is spiritual Babylon, we found that out. Let's go on. In the course of our study, we understood also that the King of the South the king of the south here, it is called spiritual Egypt in the Bible, because Egypt is a nation that has been known to deny Yahweh. Right? To deny Yahweh publicly in its policies. And that's why the king of the south is identified as spiritual Egypt, because they deny Yahweh. In the Bible, it is symbolized as this colored beast. It is also symbolized as a beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit. We know today that it is the Illuminati, it is communism, it is the New World Order called globalism. That's what we found out. So you have spiritual Babylon, and you have the king of the south, or the king of the north and the king of the south. Let's go. So, we found that it is the Illuminati that has been behind global communism, in which they look to destroy Christianity. So the claims of destroying Christianity today with many genders and many concepts that are anti-Christian. Behind it all is the Illuminati that is seeking to institute what? Global communism. And in global communism, Christianity is to be destroyed. That's why you are targeted by global communism. United Nations is also an agent of global communism. That's why the definition of genders that has come to us today to cause this mess came from the United Nations Educational Society. It came from the United Nations. So when you see people having problems today, the United Nations were responsible for that. Next chapter. We also found out that the papacy will enforce the mark of the beast, and the mark of the beast is that it will enforce will be an effort to set up global communalism. So you have two, communism, and then you have what? Communalism. Communism takes away your rights and freedoms. Communism takes away your rights and freedoms but pushes on religion. So you call it communism. So the king of the north and the king of the south are fighting. One wants to set up global communism, the other one wants to set up global communism. And somewhere in between those two, that fighting is God's people. And the Sabbath has an important role to play in that struggle. But how? Next one. So, we found out that Sunday is the mark of the papal beast. So when you have mark of the beast, in the Bible, the beast is identified as the papacy because it is an organization that moved like a beast, a ravenous beast, responsible for the death of more than 66 million people over history. So it's called a beast in the Bible. So the mark of the beast, they themselves say that their mark is Sunday exaltation. So you ask yourself the question, how could that be? Why is it that everybody all over the world recognize Sunday the first day of the week? When the Bible has the seventh day. It came from someone who was able in the past to enforce the mark of their authority, the mark of papal authority. And that's how come it is in the world now today. So you may grow up as a little child and say, well, I grew up and I meet it here. Not because you meet something here, it is right. You meet murder, isn't it not so? Yeah. Is it right? No. You met stealing, is it so? Yeah. Is it right? No. So not because you meet something there, it is right. The Bible says the seventh day, not the what? First day of the week. Okay, so we found this out. As we are going on now in our discussion, the role of the seventh day Sabbath in the final crisis, we also found out that papal authority is identified in the office of the Pope. Did you see that? Papal authority is identified. There's the Pope here and his cardinals. This is supposed to be a picture of Michael, but it looks so demonic. Right? So it's not Michael the archangel. It's more like Lucifer, this demon. Look at that horrible carving. You wouldn't even want to sit down in front of that. They want to. You know, there's always a saying that when your mind appreciates certain things, it is what you have in your environment. If you go in a person's house and you see all kind of naked pictures put up on the wall, you know something about this house, morally speaking. Amen? If you go in the next house and you see religious pictures put up, you know something there. Amen? If you go in a person's showroom and you see a horrible picture like that put up, then you know something. Okay? And so papal authority we found out in last week's study is the office of the what? Pope. The office of the Pope has a special Latin name, vicarius filii Dei, which is vicar or what? Substitute of the what? Son of God. The word vicarious means vicar. Right? Anytime somebody come and tell you in the Adventist church, oh, Christ's death for us is vicarious. Something wrong with that. Why will they tell you that Christ's death is vicarious? They tell you Christ's death is a substitute for your death. Well, if Christ's death is a substitute for your death, then you were not supposed to resurrect out of that. You're supposed to die forever. Is that so? How come Christ rules? You see? And there are many other things he can point out to. If it is the guilty that should pay for their sins, why is it that Christ himself suffered and died for our sins? And who tells us for always means in place of? You see, so you have to watch out, right? So the word vicar or vicarious from the papacy, vicar or substitute, the word vicar means substitute of the Son of God. Now a substitute Son of God is God what? With God. Because the Son of God is God in a temple of flesh. And if you are a substitute Son of God, it means you have a Son of God in heaven, but you are a Son of God there on earth. And that would mean that you are God what? With God. That's the original claim of Lucifer. The reason why the papacy, therefore, becomes the centerfold of the great controversy in satanic thinking is because the Pope represents the actual rebellion that Lucifer started in heaven. Next shot. Much disagree. So Lucifer's rebellion, the Bible tells us that he said what? I will be what? Like the Most High. How could you be like the Most High? That means you have to be another Most High. Amen? If you have the Most High and you are like the Most High, you're supposed to be another Most High. Which means that that is seeking to be what? God with God. Do you get that clear? And that was Lucifer's original rebellion. There's one office on the earth that perfectly represents Lucifer's rebellion. And that is the office of the Pope. That is the reason why this comes into focus in Bible prophecy. You ask yourself, why is God concerned about that? Why does he tell the whole church should be concerned? Why is prophecy the subject? Why is that the subject of Bible prophecy? Because that is very important as to what God wants us to do. You and I were created for the purpose of identifying God as God what? Alone. And many institutions Lucifer has raised up to make us think that they are gods with God. Amen, brethren? So we have a monotheistic purpose in our existence. Now let's just go on. So we found out, and we will start one more from here. We found out that the Pope, notice what he does. You have someone sitting here and another one sitting here. On the two sides, you have an angel, the angel Gabriel, and you have another angel. And in the middle, you have the Father on the throne. He even mimics that and all. And here is the word Pope, Father. That's what it means, Father. But the Bible tells us it was Lucifer that gave him his seat. That is the seat of recognition that Lucifer had. The Bible also tells us he gave the Pope his authority. So if the Pope has Lucifer's seat and Lucifer's authority, then the Pope must be saying that he is what? God with God. And that's what he says. Let me quote this way. I quote. And I'm quoting from Pope Innocent III. Quanto personam. Hear what he says. I quote. Christ entrusted his office to the chief pontiff. Hear what the Pope is saying? But all power in heaven and in earth has been given to Christ. Therefore the chief pontiff, who is his vicar, will have this power. End of quote. This is the teachings of the papacy. He has the power of Christ, he is saying. He has all authority in heaven and where? On earth. That's what he is saying. Now, we found out that Lucifer wanted to be God with God. He said, I will be like the Most High. Now let us see, it was Lucifer's seat of recognition that he gave to the papacy. We turn to Revelation chapter 15. We read verse 2. Is it found? I quote. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon. Now who is the dragon? Revelation 12:9 tells us, the great dragon was cast out, that ancient serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out where? With him. So we know that the dragon is the devil, okay? It is Satan. So it says here, and the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and what else? Great authority. So the seat that the dragon had, he gave to the papacy. The authority that the dragon had, he gave to the papacy. The Pope got it. Now if you were to stop and think, what is a president of the United States? Immediately you will think, he is elected to that office by a college of people. But that college of people he won by votes. So when he won that college of people by votes, those people now vote for him and make him become president. The president has executive authority. He rules over the domains of the United States. So you could understand a president. Now when you ask yourself, what is a prime minister? You say that there are a whole set of ministers that goes up as representatives in a country. One of them that leads the party is called the prime or the top minister of all of them. But he doesn't have so much power. He has certain powers to hire ministers, to fire ministers, and other powers, but he doesn't have so much power. So you understand the characterization of a prime minister. So somebody asks you, what is a king now? You say a king is a hereditary ruler. He rules over a country. His word is law, but modern kings do not have that authority anymore. What they can do is to veto a law, but they're usually supposed to sign the law for every for the parliament that made the law. So you understand that. Now ask yourself the question, what is a coup? Try and think. The leader of the Roman Catholic Church, that's what they said. He says otherwise. He says he is the leader of the world. Let me quote him again. Listen to this. F.T. Wright, Enright, Redemptive College, Kansas City. Listen to this quotation, I quote. No. Keep the first day of the week. What does the Catholic Church say? Keep the first day of the week and know the entire civilized world bows in reverent obedience to the command of the Holy Catholic Church. It is the mark of our authority to overrule God's law. End of quote. So now you ask yourself, what is a pope? You're looking at somebody that has strange powers that presidents don't have. Strange powers that presidents don't have. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at a person that has strange powers not even a prime minister or a king has. So you ask yourself, what is he? What is he? He is just, watch me, one pastor of one church in one city, Rome. That's all. But the shocking thing about him is that he has a recognition and an authority ordinary pastors do not have. Because his recognition is that he is Jesus Christ himself on earth, a substitute of Christ. And that all the powers that Christ has, he has. The Lord, he even has power to overrule God's law. After all, he's God with God. That's what we are being told. God said the 7th day is the Sabbath. He said, no, keep the first day. And he says, everybody bow to us. They acknowledge us. So when you try to describe that office, you see many people just see everybody bowing up him and kissing his ring. And they say, oh my, a great man, the Pope. And they think that they're close to holiness, not knowing that they're close to demonism. Far from holiness. Because what is a Pope? And this man actually claims to be God on earth. Is that understood, my dear brethren? And the Bible tells us that the devil gave him his seat. So what have you found out here? You are looking at a man that has the recognition Lucifer was seeking for thousands of years. Lucifer was seeking to be God what? With God. And guess what? This man has that recognition. Did you see that? Yes. So where did he get it from? Your Bible told you the devil gave it to him. Is that understood? And hence, you must understand that Satan working in this world in the time of the end will gather together his best forces. The forces that represent him, the best. Is that understood? Is that understood, my dear brethren? And here's the reason why this has happened. Next shot. Right, so therefore, the mark of papal authority is what? Sunday exaltation. Remember what he said. The Bible says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it what? Holy. The 7th day is the Sabbath of what? Yahweh thy God. Notice the Bible says, Sabbath of Yahweh thy God. So we're dealing with Yahweh, who we just saw his name in the 10 Commandments and what it tells us Yahweh is. So the 7th day is the Sabbath of who? Yahweh thy God. Just remember that phrase. The 7th day is the Sabbath of who? Yahweh thy God. The people see no, it says no. Keep the first day of the week. And the whole world shows that they recognize our authority to change God's law. Did you see that? It's a boast of arrogance. But it reveals certain important things important for us in these last days. Because the last days is the days of globalism. The end of time is the age of globalism. Everything they're seeking to do, it is global. You have a cell phone right here in Trinidad, and you can talk to a Taliban in some desert in Afghanistan. That's how globalism is. So the final age, the final period now, is the period of what? Globalism. And therefore the papacy has gone global. So we are told the mark of papal authority is what? Sunday exaltation. It is that Sunday exaltation is the mark or sign of what? Vicarious Filiae Dei. And vicarious Filiae Dei, the mark or sign of vicarious Filiae Dei is the mark or sign of the vicar or substitute of the Son of God, which is Jesus Christ. Did you see that? So you're actually looking at Sunday exaltation as the sign of Jesus Christ, or the substitute of Jesus Christ. And we are told the mark or sign of being God with God, that's what Sunday exaltation is. So watch this now. Watch this now. Since Sunday exaltation is the mark or sign of vicarious filial piety, and since vicarious filial piety is the vicar of the Son of God, the Pope, then Sunday exaltation is the sign of papal authority. But the position that the papacy holds is that he's God what? With God. Therefore, Sunday exaltation is the mark or sign of being what? God with God. Is that understood? Yeah. But what did the Seventh-day Sabbath tell us? That's fine. So the role of the Seventh-day Sabbath, once you keep the Seventh-day Sabbath, you will be saying, no way am I going to accept any Sunday holiness or Sunday exaltation. No way. That's what you're saying. But when you're saying that, you're actually saying that you rather follow the God of the Seventh-day Sabbath God, Yahweh. Is that understood? Now let's just go on to the next chart. So, what will we have? In the end, we will have a what? A global what? Sunday law. Remember we saw the Bible tell us the Sabbath will be transgressed globally, and it will be replaced. Right? So this global Sunday law will be telling us that the Pope is what? God with God. Where? Globally. Everybody is supposed to acknowledge that. What should be? Next one. So a global Sunday law telling us that the Pope is God with God globally, since the Pope got his office and his authority, or his seat and his authority from Satan or from Lucifer, then he will be saying what? A global Sunday law will be saying what? Lucifer is what? God with God what? Globally. That's what you will be saying. And hence you who live by faith and not by sight, understanding this reality, will say no. Tell global Sunday law. Amen, brother? When it comes, you will say what? No. But if you allow yourself to be weakened or deceived for some reason, just because of the pressure coming to you, you will yield. But this is why this is the time for you to gain strength. What do you see? Amen. This is why your understanding now must grow for you to gain what? Strength to face this. Amen. And this is what this church service is all about. Our church services is for the sake of making you become more realistic in your consciousness as the days go by. Amen. Is that understood, my dear brother? Yes, my dear. Good. Next chapter. So we can now understand the role of the Seventh-day Sabbath in the final conflict as we look now. While almost everyone upon the face of the earth will be saying the Pope is God with God globally, and by this Lucifer is God with God globally, and thus Lucifer is God with God globally, a little group or remnant will refuse to acknowledge the legitimacy of a Sunday law above the Seventh-day Sabbath of Yahweh. They will have endurance of all that temptation and all that persecution and all that test that comes to them, and that endurance, it will be manifested as keeping the commandments of God. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Look at Revelation 13:4. If you accept Sunday, if you accept that Sunday law, look at what happens. Look what you're doing. Verse 4. And they worship whom? The dragon, which gave power unto whom? The papal beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? And who is able to make war with him? I mean, it has so inflated your mind about the papacy that you think nobody can make war with him. But you're worshiping the dragon when you're doing that. Because you're actually saying Lucifer is God what? With God. Brethren, what I've been seeking here to do is to give you the real arguments that are operating in the world now. An argument Lucifer does not want you to think of. He doesn't want you to know. But if you allow your mind to go within the ambit of this understanding, it's going to help you. Is that understood? You must allow your mind to go there. Now notice this. Law has requirements. Every law has a requirement. Is that not so? Yes. And those requirements of laws are enforced by what? Threats. There is not a law in this country or any country that does not threats with it. All laws have threats with it. Okay? Let me tell you, you will have to pay $1,000 for driving without a seatbelt. The requirement is that you have the seatbelt on. The threat is the threat of paying you what? $1,000. Is that understand or fine? So the enforcement by threats includes what? Fines, what else? Imprisonment, what else? Confiscation of property, and what else? Sometimes what? Death. Is that understood? This, what you're seeing here, is the nature of law. That is how law is structured. If you take all the threats, then you can't enforce the law. Amen? If you say you have threats but you have no penalties, then it is just a toothless law. If it doesn't have a requirement, then what are you to do? So this is the nature of law. So check a Sunday law now. A Sunday law would mean the requirement is that you what? Keep what? Sunday, or recognize it as the day of God. Because how does a person keep Sunday? They go to church meeting on the day and they eat bread and wine. That's all. There's no mental change because God is not behind it. Right. All you do is you go to church on that day and they eat bread and wine. It's just simply righteousness by works. That's all. So there's nothing big about it. But the seventh-day Sabbath, you can only keep it by conversion. Because if you're not converted, you cannot have sin-freeness. Sin-freeness is the experience of keeping the what? Seventh-day Sabbath. So you can only have that from conversion. So watch the difference here. That comes from conversion. So watch me. Sunday is the requirement of that law that is to come. It's going to be enforced by threats. They're going to fine you, they will imprison you, or they will take away your property and some will be put to death. Is that understood? That's what your Bible shows you. Let us see this in the Bible in Revelation chapter 13. And we will read from verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the what? Image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both what? Speak and cause as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be what? Killed. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Death penalty. But it doesn't just end there. Should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name or the number of his name. Notice this, not buy or sell is confiscation of what? Property. And it is also what? Fines. We know also they will put you in prison, hold and restrict your movement because they don't want you to preach the truth. So what do you have here? We are actually being told that the mark of the papal beast, which they identify to be Sunday exaltation, that mark is to be enforced by threats from a law. Remember, Constantine was the first to push such a law in 321 ACD. And after 325, the Council of Nicaea, it became a common thing to enforce Sunday as a law by the powers that existed. So that the European nations that came out of Rome, they themselves inherited Sunday laws. And they enforced their Sunday laws fully. Until just before 1798, a nation arose, America, that was telling people you have liberty of conscience and they cannot force you to believe and to cooperate with what you do not accept. Is that understood? We are told that that same America will turn and do the same law. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Yes. That's what we are told. And we will get threats. And the threats will either threaten us with fines, imprisonment, confiscation of property, or death. That's what will happen. But what are you to say? You need to keep the seventh-day Sabbath against such threats. Watch me now. Listen to me now, carefully. Threats, once it is now a threat for us, listen to me carefully. Are you listening to me now? Yes. Once it becomes a threat for us, it becomes a test for us. Are you listening to me? Yes. Because it only becomes a test when it becomes a threat. Is that understood? Yes. Now you will prove yourself. What all the time you could have done willy-nilly whenever you want, now it becomes what? A test. Because it is now what? A threat. Are you getting that clear? Are you getting that clear, my dear baby? And it is only under threat. It is only under testing that you're going to give strong reasons why no. They threaten you. All the time we were given reasons, we will say no. We are Seventh Day Adventists, not First Day Adventists. We are Seventh Day Adventists. All the time you were saying that. But now that we are facing a threat, it becomes a what? A test. And for you to resist that threat and take the test properly, you have to get strong reasons why no, you're not going to follow something. The only reason why you're going to be given such strong reasons is because you are now facing what? Threats. Therefore facing a what? Tests. Is that understood? So your strong reasons must be strong to show why it binds your conscience to keep the seventh-day Sabbath. What is binding your conscience? Why are you going to keep that day? But you see, if the day doesn't have enough in it, to encourage you to want to keep it, don't keep it. The day itself must have enough in you, in it, to encourage you to want to keep it. Are you listening to me? The day itself must have enough where in it to encourage you to want to keep it under threat. Is that understood? We see it like with the police. The law is threatening the person to arrest the person. And instead of the person give up the wrong, they hide to do it. And they persist in it. Because that wrong means something to them. It means something to them. One guy says he don't want to give up his gun to no police. It protected his life. So to him, a gun means protection of my life. So you don't want to give it up. In like manner, the day must mean something to you. Then you will not want to part with it. So, in other words, only when you have a Sunday law that the day is not a requirement, and it is enforced by what? Threats of fines, imprisonment, confiscation of property, and death. Now you will have to show why you rejected it and why you will keep the Sabbath day. But you will show that because the seventh day has enough in it to make you want it. But remember, you already understand the argument that is going on the earth. The argument is that Lucifer is still seeking us to exalt him to be God with God. Remember this. When a creation is seeking to be God with God, the creation cannot make himself God with God. He can't just shake his hands and wow, suddenly he becomes God with God. After all, he's only a what? Creation. And they are not created gods. Amen? So the point about it is, to seek for creation to seek to be God with God, that creation needs other creation to recognize it so. Are you understanding? That creation needs other creation to recognize it that way. When other creation say, well, yes, I acknowledge you to be God with God, that creation will relate to that one who claims to be God in a way as if he is really God with God. So if God says, watch, the seventh day, and that arrogant creation says the first day, you must show who you recognize to be God. Yahweh in the Sabbath, or a man in a seat in Vatican who says he is God with God. If you say, okay, I will keep Sunday, then it will mean that you are actually saying that that man has authority to make you reject what God says and follow what he says. It is your behavior. That behavior is called obedience worship. Did you hear me? Yes. That behavior is called what? Obedience worship. So that behavior is now saying that that creation is indeed God with God. That's what it is saying. Are you listening to me? Yes, as you see, as you see the rain falling outside, let me just tell you this. Scientists found out. By today, only one day they can point out sunspots on the sun. And the spot that was in the sun was bigger than you. All the other days, 40-something days now, they say, not a spot on the sun. The sun has changed, now become very hot, and is affecting the weather, not carbon emissions from business. So watch out. All those changes are supposed to show you that you're living in the last days. And therefore, the final events are coming. And as the final events are coming, you need to get yourself what? Prepared. Yes.
Politically speaking, it's political churches.
Yes.
We know the principle of democracy. The principle of democracy where it depends upon the majority of the people to recognize you as having a status.
Yes.
This is what Satan is seeking to do, politically speaking.
Yes.
Because the majority of the people, he wants to bring them now to recognize him as being God with God. That is the, what you call it, the fullest development of the perversion of democracy.
Yes. Yes, amen. So now you understand this shot. It tells you threats. Okay? Enforce Sunday as a what? Requirement. Thus they are what?
Yes.
Of what? Sabbath day. Did you get that? Did you get that word? But the Sabbath must have in it enough to make you face the threats. So what we're going to do now is just to take a brief account of the issues that are to take place in the last days, how the Sabbath answers it. So the Sabbath has enough in it to make you answer the issues now and to want to keep it. Amen, brethren? Now listen to me carefully. What we are talking about here, you have to think, because we are talking intelligently about this thing. It's not no wild preaching. It's an intellectual study of the scripture truth, which everybody could understand. Amen? Because when he is spirit of truth, he brings in the world. All truth. Alright? Okay, so here is the point again. If Lucifer wants to be exalted as God with God, you and I have to do it for you. We have to exalt him as being God with God. Because he can't just wave his hands and become God. We are the one that have to bow down to him and say, yes, you are what? God with God. We have to do it for him. So as much people as he gets to exalt him as God with God, he will be happy. What do you say? But you must remember, he's not a nice master. Because it will say as he's God with God from the bottom of your heart, deceiving you for it. Or you could just cooperate with your hand. You could do either one. It doesn't matter. He still will treat you bad. Because it is in the nature of sin to treat creation bad. Is that understood? And that is the dysfunctionalism of it after all. Now watch this again. Watch this again. The seventh-day Sabbath was having it. Something to make us want to keep it. But Lucifer wants to be exalted as God as God. He therefore, watch me, he himself therefore must get us to do it for him. Because he can't wave a wand and make himself God. Neither can he go. Any kind of creation wants to be worshipped, wants to be exalted as God and God, he needs worship from creation himself. Therefore, we must either by deception or you're not deceived but by what? Corporation claim that he is God with God. And that's where you and I fit in the last event. Lucifer has gone global. Remember what he told Job? What he told God about Job? I walk up and down, to and fro here in the earth. Which means I have control over the globe. And God pointed to one man and says, no, my servant Job, look at Job. In the last days, you will have 144,000 Jobs. But before that happened, every one of us needs to be like Job. So are you understanding what we are saying so far? Next chapter. This is what the Sabbath will make you say. In the very last days. By keeping it. This is what it will make you say. And the scriptures confirm it. When you're facing tests now, because you're under threat, and therefore you decide to keep the seventh-day Sabbath, notice this, when you decide to keep the seventh-day Sabbath facing a threat, therefore under test, therefore you will be saying this about Yahweh. That's what you will be saying. You will be saying that he is what? Creator. How can I therefore obey Lucifer? For the Pope. That he is what? Your Savior. Is that understood? And that he is what? Your what? Ruler. Thus he is what? Your King. And he is what? God alone. And all the others are what? That's what people will say. That's what people will say.
Yes, we are going to.
Amen.
Watch this now. Your king. Yes. Why I don't have judge here? The role of a king is as a judge. Because in ancient time, the king sat at the gates judging. So the role of a king is a judge. Okay? But the reason why I say ruler here, it means who control your thinking. Alright? Who control your mind. Now here's the point here. The key in all this is the name Yahweh. If he is the one exalted in the seventh-day Sabbath, then that will mean it will say he is your what? King. All you have to do is to find out how you're supposed to view him. And then you will recognize he is your king. That will include judging, and that will include giving mercy. Alright, okay? You know, judgment and justice, the foundation of the throne, and so on, right? So now let's just look at a few scriptures here with this to help us here. Now, our major scripture that we used before was Exodus 20. Let's look at Exodus 20:11 as a standard scripture, and then we will go to other scriptures. Exodus 20:11. Is it found? Now let's read here what it tells us. Let's pay attention to what it tells us. For in 6 days, whom? Yahweh. You see capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D? That's where the word Yahweh is. Now there are some places where the word is also, but they didn't put it in capitals. Because certain groups of Jews in more than 300 places in the Bible try to remove the name and just remove Yahweh and put Hashem. Ha means the, Shem means name. Just put the name. But they just put Adonai or Adonai. That's what they did. But we know those places. But let's just look here and you will see. I quote again. It says this. For in 6 days, whom Yahweh, go ahead, made what? Heaven, go ahead, the earth, go ahead, go ahead, and all that in them is. And rested when? 7 days. Wherefore what? Yahweh blessed the Sabbath and what? Right, so here we have the word Yahweh as the key. So this Yahweh now is the Yahweh of the Sabbath. I will show you something in a brief while. Watch this. Now since he is this Yahweh of the Sabbath, let's see what we are told about him. Turn to Isaiah 40:28. Isaiah 40:28. Yes. Yes, of course.
Psalms 96 and verse 5. It reads, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heaven. So it's pointed to the south.
Alright, well, okay, you went there before. But watch me, no problem. When I call, you will see. So let's look at verse 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard? Who did it say? That what? The everlasting God. Who? Beautiful. Notice that the everlasting God or the eternal God. Yahweh the Creator.
Yes.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Yes. Right, so the point about it, Yahweh must be the Creator and all the rest must be idols. But I'll read the text now.
Psalms 96 and verse 5.
Psalms 96 and verse 5.
For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens.
All the gods of the nations are what? Idols. But Yahweh what? Made the heavens. Did you see that? So the seventh day Sabbath admits or claims Yahweh made. So obviously he is the what? Creator, and all the others are what? That's what the Sabbath is going to be showing. When you come to church meeting on a Sabbath, that's what you are saying by your witness. You are given an implicative knowledge, because the Sabbath is what we call a generic source of all kind of knowledge that are true. And you just come into church meeting with your Bible on a Sabbath and people say, what are you saying? You are actually saying that Yahweh is what? The Creator, and all the rest are what? There are some people that can discern that. And that's why they hate you without you doing them anything. As they're going to church meeting, they find you're looking too righteous. You're looking too holy. You're looking as if you have no more than them. And they just hate you for it. You didn't say anything with your mouth, but you said something implicatively from Sabbath keeping. What do you say? Amen. And that's how God wants it to be. Amen. Amen, brethren? Amen. Did you catch that one? Yes. Let's look at the one where Yahweh is your king. Isaiah 43:15. Isaiah 43:15. Shock of all shocks again. Did you just read this verse? Did you just read this verse? Did you just see what this verse is showing you? Watch again, according to the chart. Watch. I am Yahweh, your one, Holy One. Notice the term what? Holy One. The word holy already means one in one. I am your one. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh your God is what? One Yahweh. That's right, that's what you got to tell you. Beautiful teachers, right? Now observe what it tells us, but that's not all. I am Yahweh your one, Holy One. What? The Creator. There we go again, Yahweh the Creator in the Sabbath of Israel. And what does it say? Your King. Your King. So you actually have this concept. When you keep in the Sabbath, you are saying, I do not need a prime minister. I don't need a president. Because I already have a king. And that king is my what? Creator. Is that understood? That's what you are actually saying. So again, so by keeping the Sabbath, you're saying Yahweh the Creator is your what? King. And that's the reason why you will tell the kings of the earth, you can't follow them. But you think they will know what you're saying? They will know that you are saying you have an unseen king on it that is nowhere on the earth. But they have one in the Vatican. Because the Bible identified him as the great city that reigneth over the what? Kings of the earth. Let's look at the next one now. The true ruler. That's right. All the kings of the earth is claiming to be king of kings. That's right. You see, hold on. That's why they're coming down now to the final issues. In the final issues, you and I are to acknowledge Yahweh or Jesus with a name. And the name we have to acknowledge is the final name given to him just before the earth is destroyed. So watch me. The whole earth is being destroyed. And as the earth is being destroyed, he has one name here. And that is the name the earth is destroyed knowing him with. That's what you will see in your Bible. Before we touch that in a short while. But watch it. So pay attention to the things you're seeing here. Watch this again. We're now looking at being your true ruler. The true ruler. Let's look at two scriptures here quickly here. Daniel 4:37. First of all, Daniel 4:37. And remember, Babylon is being told this, physical and spiritual Babylon later. Okay, let's go on now. Daniel 4:37. Is it from? We read. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, hear what Babylon is acknowledging. Here is what Babylon is acknowledging, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. He says, now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven. Actually, he would say the King of the heavens. So he said, I acknowledge who? The King of the heaven. So he recognized that there is a king over him as a king. Let's read. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of the heavens, all whose works are truth and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride he is able to walk. Okay, bring down. See what you see, that is the truth that Nebuchadnezzar needed to learn. He eventually learned it. But that's what Babylon was shown. So that's what the Pope is being told. You're going to be abased. Now, let's look at Psalms 47, 7 and 8 to match that. Psalms 47, 7 and 8 to match that. Let's just read verse 5 for the background. Let's see who is being spoken of in verse 5. God is going up with a shout. Yahweh with the sound of a what? Trumpet. Now, let's go to 7. For God is the King of all the earth. Sing ye what? Praises with understanding. Did you see that? Yes. Verse 8. God reigneth over the heathen. God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Did you see that? Yes. So the one who is Yahweh, we are told he is the God that reigneth over the kings of the earth. The one who sitteth in the throne of his what? Holiness. So as far as you are concerned, they're telling you Sunday, but you recognize Yahweh sitting on the throne of his what? Holiness, and he's ruling over all the what? Kings of the earth. So he's telling you to tell them no. When they threaten you now, it's now become a test. Now you have to show if you are genuine. Now you have to show how genuine you are. Everybody can open their mouth and say, praise God, praise God. Can you say praise God in pain? The price of your property, facing threats. Many of us haven't even reached the threat level yet. All we reach is the rumor level and some of us fail. You must know that there are 3 levels. Right? The rumor level, the threat level, and then the what? The death level. Those are the 3 levels. When you now come to Christ, God in his mercy does not make you face the first level, the last level first. He usually lets you face the what? The first level, which is what? Threats. Which is rumors. And when you face the rumors, and they can no longer deal with you, they're now threatening you now. Because all the rumors didn't work. And after the threats, now will come what? Facing what? Death. But some people don't even pass the rumor level. But you see, rumors are a means sometimes of sifting the church and cleaning the church. Because if God speaks to your heart, you have an experience with God. How could some rumor come and take away that? Remember the person rumor mongering, they don't know. But you have your personal experience. Amen. No amount of rumor could rob you of what you went through. You have to purposefully overlook what you went through, reject what you went through, which is real, and accept a rumor, which is arrogance and ignorance. And this is the reason why rumors always clean a church. If you're not genuine and it comes, and it finds something in you, you go. And that's why these things sometimes purify a church. Only the real genuine remains. What do you say? And one God wants a genuine follower. But none must be left behind. You could be genuine and you should be genuine. What do you say? Amen. Amen? So that's all. Some just only say Roman level, and that's it for them. But you're going further. Right? Is that understood? Alright? There's also another level, the allurement level. The allurement level. But that one is at the side of threats. Allurement. Where you're threatening to lose all that is pleasurable and good by something alluring. Right? That is where some people say the allurement level. Now, let's go on again now.
Let's remember, let us submit one text.
Go ahead, which?
The final one, which is death.
Yes.
Test of death.
Yes.
14 Psalm 48 verse 14 says, for this God, that one there.
Yes.
But this God is our God forever and ever.
Amen.
He will be our guide even unto death.
Amen. Even unto death. Wonderful scripture. Beautiful man. Amen. Amen. So now let's look at two scriptures now. Again now. The Sabbath would mean that you're accepting Yahweh as the Most High. Alright, as the Most High. Now the reason why I didn't put in the Most High there, because the Most High is supposed to be God what? Alone. So when you say God alone, you mean the Most High.
Yes.
Let's put two scriptures together here. Psalms 83:18 and Psalms 86:10. Yeah. Let's read. That men may know that thou whose name alone is Yahweh at the world, Most High there over all the earth. And the word Jehovah there obviously is wrong. The word is Yahweh. 16:11 you put Jehovah, but the actual word is Yahweh. Hallelujah, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Azariah, Yah. You see, right? Not Azariah, Jehovah. Or Hallelujah, Jehovah. No. Yah, the short for Yahweh. You can know it, you can find it out, it's there, you can see it yourself. So you don't have to be fooled, okay? And whenever a watchtower comes to you and say, ask the watchtower, what does hallelujah mean? And they say, well, you're praising God. You say, yes, I'm praising God. I said hallelujah, I didn't say hallelujah. Amen? So the real word is what? Yahweh. Yah is short for Yahweh. Not what? Not what? Jehovah. Right, so watch. It says here, whose name alone is Yahweh at the most what? High over what? All the earth. Now look at 86 verse 10. It says here, for thou art great and doest what? Wondrous things. Thou art what? God alone. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Did you see that? In other words, what you're seeing here is that if you're keeping the 7-day Sabbath, facing threats, and therefore you're being tested, when you're keeping it, you're saying, Yahweh is your creator, Yahweh is your savior, Yahweh is your ruler, Yahweh is your king, Yahweh is God alone, and all the others are what? That's what you are saying. That's exactly what you are saying. Yes, sister. You want to do it? Go ahead.
Grace and peace. I just wanted to show something that I was saying while you were giving this talk, which is the 7-day Sabbath is really the El Doxa sign or the El Doxa day, because it makes the separation between God and creation, how you're supposed to view it in the right way. Whereas Sunday exalts God's with God of creation and deify creation as if it is God, right?
Yes.
But the only way you could be able to say all those things that you see in that chart, of course you must be, you can't have anything in you, no value for any creation as in your mind as a deified God. And what I was saying too is that if it's like a checklist, right? Only Yahweh can fill that whole criteria. The Pope is not God alone. He is God with God. In his hand, that is. right? And he cannot fulfill any of those other points. Exactly, right?
He's not the holy one.
Amen. And as such, if you don't fulfill all the criteria, then by default you are not the most high.
And then by the word holy there is used to attack Lucifer's claim of being God with God. You see, you can't get to be God alone. Angels will say, are you crazy? So he's saying, well, yes, God is God, but I am God with God. And the word holy means God only this. That's why Lucifer couldn't say he was holy. That's why he had to say good and evil go together. You understand? That's right. And that's why you have an angel before the throne, and all he is saying is like he's caught up in something. It's coming from the depth of it. He's just saying, holy, holy, holy. And he looks at God. Why are we showing this?
We don't have a CD.
That's right. Yes, my dear, go ahead.
And that's why the final proclamation of the 144,000 would be, as seen in Revelation chapter 15, verses 3 and 4, it says, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Yahweh God Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Who shall not fear thee, O Yahweh, and glorify thy name, as seen in the 7th-day Sabbath? For thou only art holy, the God and holiness of God being exalted. For all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest.
Amen, 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 amen. Okay. So with this, I'm giving a scripture here. Isaiah 44, 6 and 9 shows Yahweh is God alone and there is no other. Beautiful scripture, of course, that shows that too. Right? Beautiful. 8 and 9. 6 and 9. But 6, 8 and 9. Right? Okay, let me just show that. Now what's something here, my dear brother? Next shot. Yes, brother.
Sit down here and take the knife. Third flash out of my mind is that it is intriguing to see how the doctrine of justification has the Sabbath truth and the Sabbath light within it. The doctrine of justification and the Sabbath truth and the Sabbath light in it.
Yeah.
Therefore, with the doctrine of justification in which when they check the third angel message, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of the judgment is come. Within that is the doctrine of justification by faith, but it is carrying the Sabbath seal. And since I call it the doctrine of justification by faith, the third angel message that Joseph Magna preached. And in that is incorporated the truth of the Sabbath. But look in the Hebrews, Paul says, true faith we understand, and the words were framed by the word of God. There are things which are not seen, things that are seen are not made by things which appear.
Yes.
So their faith now, the revealed truth, establish the Sabbath truth, or the seal of the Sabbath in the mind,
Yes.
which you receive in justification by faith.
Amen.
So it's a clear testimony how when we're preaching the Sabbath life, the experience that accompanies it must be sinfulness. Because it's in sinfulness the Sabbath truth is established or seen in the mind. This is why the 144,000 people sing the way they sing, because they have been seen in sinfulness.
Amen, amen. Now, quickly, watch this now, right? So, this is the reason why those who overcome the mark of the beast, the Bible identifies them by certain terms. The overcomers of the mark of the beast is identified. It is those who acknowledge Yahweh as what? King of kings. And Yahweh as what? Lord of lords. And Yahweh is what? Holy. Which is the Yahweh of the what? Sabbath. Those who do that, they are the overcomers. So when you have the beast and this image and certain things happening, the overcomers will have acknowledged this. So one of the scriptures the sister quoted here already, let's just quote it back again and look at it in Revelation 15. Let's look at it again. Right, but we read from verse 2 to verse 4. Let's look at it again. Beautiful scripture. We read. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. And them that had gotten victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass as it were. Acts of God. Did you see that? That's those who gain victory over the beast. Now those who gain victory, what does it say about them? Let's read on. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty. The actual word is Yahweh of hosts. Just and true are thy ways. So they call it Yahweh of what? Hosts here. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of the saints. And then it says, Who shall not fear thee, O Yahweh, that's the actual word, and glorify thy name, the same Yahweh, for thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made what? Manifest. Did you see that? So those who overcome actually say Yahweh, and by the way we are told his name is written where? In their forehead. Not only do they identify him that way, but they also identify him by clarifying the point that he's the king of the saints. So the saints had a king, and that king was Yahweh. Is that understood, my dear brother? That's what happened. Now watch this. So the 144,000 overcome. By the time probation is closed, they are overcomers. They are overcomers. As the 144,000 go through the year of the plagues, they are overcomers. Then Christ now comes to destroy the wicked, but in destroying the wicked, he takes on a final name. Revelation 19. And we will read verse 16. Is it from? Verse 16. Now let's just read verse 13 first, and then we will go down to verse 16. Now there's a reason why I'm reading all those verses. I'm reading all those verses here because all of verse 16 is the real verse. It's because some people, when they read here, they say things that are true, but then they overlook the reality as it comes up in verse 16. Watch what we are reading now. Let's read. From verse 13. Let's read verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written, and no man knew but he himself. So some people say, well, look, you see, that is his name. He has a name written and no man knows but himself. Of course. Let's read. It says this. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. So some people say, you see, that's his name, the Word of God. Yes, his name is the Word of God, but this is not the final name he uses. It's the Word of God that has the final name. Let's see the final name he uses while the earth is being destroyed. We continue. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. All these are symbolical, clothed in fine linen, white and green. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite them, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treaded the winepress of the fierceness of his wrath of Almighty God. So the wrath of God, we know, is the 7 last plagues. So what is being identified there is the 7 last plagues in symbol, which ends in the second coming of Christ. It goes on. And he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written. What is the name? King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That's it. That's the final name. Did you see that? Yeah. What is he called? King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The Lord of Lords here is not a proper translation. But when I say proper translation, Lord of Lords really means God of gods. Let's prove it is so. Look at Deuteronomy 10:17. That will show you what Lord of Lords really means. So the next time you say Lord of Lords, you know what you're going to say. Amen. Deuteronomy 10:17. For Yahweh, your God, is what? Is God of gods. Did you see that? And what? Lord of lords. A what? Great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regarded not persons, nor taken what? Reward. So when you say Lord of lords, you really mean what? God of gods. Is that understood, my dear friend? So you will identify all the other gods that the papacy and so on. The God of all gods is who? Yahweh. That's who he's identifying himself as. All the kings on the earth, like the papacy, who is he identifying himself as he's destroying in the end? King of what? All those kings. And he also identifies himself as holy. Remember, this same Yahweh, we are told something about him in 1 Timothy 6:14 and 16. 1 Timothy 6:14 and to 16. Watch this. 6:14 to 16. Now this is speaking about Jesus, eh? This is speaking about Jesus, eh? Alright? Notice it says his name is the what? Word of God. From the time he is here, that, you know who is it saying? Jesus. Watch about Jesus here, watch. Verse 14 to 16. It says this. That thou keep this commandment without spot, unrebukable, until the appearing of what? Our Lord Jesus Christ. So you have to keep it until Jesus' second what? Coming. And at his second coming, what will he say about himself? The Bible tells you what he will prove himself to be. It continues. Let's read. Which in his times he shall show who is the blessed and only one potentate. Potentate means king. Right? But king like in a dynasty. So when he's coming, he's going to show who is the only king. Alright? The King of Kings and the what? The God of gods. Who only has what? Immortality, dwelling in the light which no man what? Approaching unto, who no man hath seen nor can see, to whom be honor and power everlasting. Amen. Did you see that? So Jesus is Yahweh. Amen, brethren? And you see very clearly that is what he will show at his coming. King of kings, God of gods. The last name is given to you. Amen, brethren? But since it is Jesus that is going to show that, what did Jesus say about himself? Look at Mark 2:27 and 28.
That's our climax.
That's right. That's right. Mark 2:27 and 28. Watch this now. And he said unto them, Mark 2:27 and 28. The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is what? Yahweh also of the Sabbath. Did you see that? He said, I am the one, Yahweh of the Sabbath. Remember, he was being challenged with regards to his disciples and working on the Sabbath. And he had to tell them, I am Yahweh also of the Sabbath. So what we have here, carefully telling us that Jesus is Yahweh, all the rest is what? Idols. Now, this is where my study ended last week. Again, I just went and do a little revision and get some quotation from the Spirit of Prophecy for those who would like that. I went and I got some quotation from the Spirit of Prophecy for those who would like that. And I just want to read some quotations here quickly and just show you some charts. And next time we will look at those scriptures. Alright? Observe. Alright? Turn to the next chapter. So we have a new chapter. Do you observe? Final preaching is the what? And is what? And that's what Brother Michael was talking about. It is the third and the what? Fourth angel messages together. Third and fourth angel messages together. Final preaching. Seventh day Sabbath, Christ's righteousness. Here's what Mrs. White tells us in Testimonies in the Church, Volume 6. I'm quoting. The Sabbath question is to be the issue in the great final conflict. Did you hear that? The Sabbath question is to be the issue in the great final conflict in which all the world will act a part. Did you see that? Again, manuscript 24, 1891. That one was page 352. Before, right? Now, manuscript 24, 1891, she says, in this warfare, the Sabbath of the fourth commandment will be the great point at issue. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Great controversy, page 605. Here is what we are told. I quote, the Sabbath will be the great test of loyalty. Did you hear that? The Sabbath will be the great what? Test of loyalty. For it is the point of truth especially controverted. When the final test shall be brought to bear upon man, then the line of distinction will be drawn between those who serve God and those who serve Him not. The Sabbath will show that. So everybody say, well, we are Christians and we serve God, but the Sabbath will be the final mark to show who serve God and who serve Him not. Testimonies to the Church, Volume 6, page 19, I quote, yet here is what Mrs. White tells us. The message of Christ's righteousness is to some from one end of the earth to prepare from one end of the earth to the other to prepare the way of the Lord. This is the glory of which closes the work of the third angel. This is the glory of God which closes the work of the third angel. And then, of course, in Selected Messages, Book 1, page 362, the time of test is just upon us. For the loud cry of the third angel has already begun in the revelation of the righteousness of Christ, the sin-pardoning Redeemer. This is the beginning of the light of the angel whose glory shall fill the whole earth. Now here is the question. How are you preaching the seventh-day Sabbath and yet preaching Christ's righteousness? How are you going to be preaching the seventh-day Sabbath and yet preaching Christ's righteousness? Now there are a number of scriptures here that they are put together and you get the straight truth here. First, number one, we need to understand that the truth of the plan of salvation is the character of Christ. What did he say? The truth of the plan of salvation is the what? Character of Christ. That is the first thing. Secondly, we need to understand that God dwells in Christ. Amen? That means not dwelling in his foot or his toe, but dwell in the character of Christ which is in the heart. So God dwelling in Christ is God dwells in the character of Christ. That's why your Bible tells you, if you do not have the doctrine of Christ, which is the character of Christ, you do not have what? God. That's why your Bible tells you that. Remember, Christ identified his character. The Bible tells us the truth is the truth of the gospel. And Christ says, I am that truth. Remember, his name shall be called what? Jesus, for he shall save his people what? From their sins. So you must remember, the truth of the gospel, saving people from their sins, that's the character of Christ. And if you don't have the doctrine of Christ, you don't have God. So the divine nature dwells in the character of Christ. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Amen, brethren? So when you say Christ's righteousness, you are talking about the righteousness of God, God himself in the character of Christ. So why do you call it Christ's righteousness? Because it is the righteousness of God that is owned by the character of Christ. It is the righteousness of God that is in the character of Christ. So Christ's character has the righteousness of God, which your Bible tells you is God himself. So that's why I say Christ's righteousness. So Christ's righteousness is the righteousness of God. Next chart. Watch this. Watch. So Christ's righteousness is what? The righteousness of God. The righteousness of God is the divinity of God, or God what? Himself. In the character of Christ, which is the truth of the plan of salvation. Did you see that? Did you see that, my dear brethren? Did you see that? Now watch me. So if you are preaching Christ's righteousness, then you are preaching the righteousness of God. But the righteousness of God is God himself. Amen? Amen? Right. So two scriptures now. We're going to put together and we finish off this thing. Next chart. Watch this now. Ezekiel 20:20. Watch this. Name, Yahweh thy God, title, maker, territory, heaven and earth. Sabbath. Sabbath, Yahweh is God, which is the righteousness of God. Watch this now. Right? So, watch this one, Ezekiel 20:20. Have you found it? Now you have to learn to prove these things, because remember, these are the things that will be preachers, right? Alright, watch this. Cool. It says this. And hallow my word, Sabbath, and there shall be a sign between me and you, that you may know that what? I am what? Yahweh what? Your God. So the Sabbath says, Yahweh is God. Yahweh is God. The Sabbath says what? Yahweh is God. But your Bible tells you, Yahweh is God, because Yahweh is the righteousness of God. Jeremiah 23, 5 and 6. Amen. Brother, last chapter. Last chapter. Okay. We read now. 23, 5 and 6. Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. That is a prophecy of whom? A prophecy of who? Christ. Jesus Christ. Now it goes on. And a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice where? In the earth. In his days what? Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell what? Saved. And this is his name, whereby he shall be called what? Yahweh, our righteousness. Wait a minute. So it didn't say Yahweh has righteousness, or Yahweh what? Gives righteousness, but Yahweh what? Our righteousness. So our righteousness is who? Yahweh. But this is a prophecy of Christ. You're actually calling Christ what? Yahweh what? Our righteousness. So the righteousness of Christ is what? Yahweh, who is what? Our righteousness. But it even is better. Remember what we are told. The Sabbath shows Yahweh is your God. And then Jesus stands up and tells people, I am Yahweh of the Sabbath. Did you see that? So, in other words, preaching the Sabbath is saying that Yahweh is God. Which is preaching the what? Righteousness of God. Which is the what? Righteousness of Christ. Who is the what? Yahweh of this Sabbath. Did you see that, my dear brothers? So same thing. You're preaching the Sabbath. When you're preaching the Sabbath, what do you think you're saying? You're saying Yahweh is our what? Righteousness. And when you're saying Yahweh is our righteousness, Christ says, I am the Yahweh of the Sabbath. So you know very well what you're talking about here. And this is the reason why all these things are great truths that must be taken into consideration. Now, in closing, you ask yourself the question, just what does the seventh day, what is the role of the seventh day Sabbath in the closing crisis, in the final crisis? The role of the seventh day Sabbath is for you and I. It is for us to testify certain things about God, to answer the argument of the king of the north and the king of the south. King of the north bringing communism, the king of the south bringing communism. We have to say, no, 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 no. We don't need any global king from the north or from the south. Because Yahweh is our one king. Amen, brother? And strange enough, Yahweh was manifested in a temple of flesh, Jesus Christ, who has many crowns in his head. His final name to deal with you all is what? King of kings and what? Amen, brother? That's what the Sabbath will be showing. And that's what you will be saying by the seventh day Sabbath. I hope after this, you will have learned and appreciate keeping the seventh day Sabbath. Yes.
Yeah. We'll have a difference therefore between, okay, let me put it this way. It would not be right, or would it be right to say Sabbath enforcement, seeing that enforcement is associated with Sunday exaltation? That enforcing it, and the enforcement has to do with threats. But we see God have his threats too.
Yeah.
But would it be right to say the Sabbath is to be enforced?
This is God doesn't enforce the seventh day Sabbath. Remember, do we then lay void the law through faith? God forbid the what? Establish the law. Now if you have to keep the law through faith, then it will mean you must be persuaded in your mind. Because faith is the revealed truths of the plan of salvation and speaks to your intellect. So if you have to keep the law by faith, it means you must be convinced intelligently and do it. So God doesn't enforce. But if you refuse conviction, the penalty that comes will be the death penalty. Because they can't have in the universe crazy instruments destroying everybody, like we're seeing now. But remember, the Sabbath is not enforced. The Sabbath comes by conviction, because you can only obey the Sabbath when the Holy Spirit speaks to you and you are convicted. Okay? So, but you can have Sunday enforcement, because there's no conviction to keep that. And there's no command from the Holy Spirit. And there's no direction by truth or faith to keep it. So how it can be done? You have to enforce it by truth. Because all you're supposed to do that is eat bread, drink wine, and go to church. But the seventh day Sabbath is to be kept right through the way it's supposed to be kept. The seventh day Sabbath is kept by being free from sin. Amen. So what is kept by what? Sin freeness, and what is kept by simply humiliating yourself. Eating bread, drinking wine, and going to church building. How trifling, how silly. Yes, my dear. In closing.
What I was saying here when you're showing about the preaching of the seventh day Sabbath, you're showing that Yahweh is God and that Christ, who is Yahweh, is the very same Yahweh of the Sabbath, which is our righteousness, right? And so much so that this Sunday exaltation being legislated globally is so much an issue of the way that we look at Christ. I'm just going to show two scriptures, right?
Yes.
And one being shown in 1 John chapter 4. Right? I just read verses 1 to 3. It says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby you know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof you heard that it should come, and even now already it is in the world. And we know the papacy denies that Christ came in the flesh. Of course, with the Immaculate Conception and so on and so forth, and every other false religion will deny that Jesus is God. Right? And the final scripture is seen in John chapter 8 and verse 24. So much so that is the issue of how we view Christ, as shown within this Sunday exaltation. how it is important that we have the right view of Christ, right? Especially for the 144,000 and the martyrs, right? It tells us here, John 8, chapter 8 and verse 24. I said therefore unto you that ye shall die in your sins. For if you believe not that I am, ye shall die in your sins. So indeed it is true what he said.
Amen. God, what quickly?
That's the time now. Scripture for what you say, right?
Yes.
In Romans, I'll say that in Romans chapter 8 verse 3, when it shows Christ coming in flesh, it shows and he condemns sin might be in the what? Flesh. So to deny Christ coming in the flesh is to deny the doctrine of sin. Yes. But when he comes in the flesh, he condemns sin in the flesh. But to deny God coming in our flesh, in our temple of flesh, is to deny that God is dwelt in man, revealing himself because God in man answer the argument. So to deny God coming in the temple of flesh is to deny the indwelling of God in man, revealing true man against man.
I don't want to play the devil's advocate here, but probably one of you all can tell us why is it that the papacy calls those who refuse to accept the Pope the Antichrist? They said, look, the Pope is here. This is God in sinful human flesh. That's what they said. The Pope look in the flesh, the sinful human flesh. And I am God in a temple of human flesh, so we die. So if you do not accept that, you are the Antichrist. How would you answer that? Right? Think, probably you tell us some other time later. But you must remember, you must be able to answer that one. Answer that. Now watch one more thing again too. In closing, what did you learn today? I see you are up the hand of that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the question you now asking somehow should it, okay, like you've said before that God is in us as well, transferred, the Spirit is transferred in us, so that through the Word, God is in me, so that obviously when the Pope asks about himself, God in him, to me that is a truth. So to some extent I'm saying that not being the high point of him, of him being a radical, but him saying that he is God for the Thessalonians, this Old Testament too.
Certainly in terms of God showing himself that he's God.
That he is the vicar of God, and I think that is where, to me, the error of his assumption is, and not necessarily that he is saying that God is in him, because God is in us as well, in terms of the transference. In context, huh?
Yeah, well, you're now starting. Much discussion here, but you're now starting. Always remember one important thing again, as you say, he claims to be a substitute Christ. Christ is God, or being a substitute Christ is a substitute God. But he said Christ came in holy flesh, but he is in sinful flesh. So if God, if you reject him as God in a temple of flesh, you are the Antichrist. Yes. That's what you have to answer, right? It could be answered. There's no error that cannot be answered. You think about it. Now in closing, brother, what are we saying we have learned in all this? We have learned the value of the seventh-day Sabbath. Amen. The next day you're home, and the seventh-day Sabbath is coming on. Do not be trifling with it. Amen. Guard well the edges of the world. Sabbath. Make sure you treat that day with the honor that it deserves. Because it is Yahweh, God himself you're dealing with. It is the day of the circle of the final issues. The next day, that day comes to you. Make sure you keep that day holy. Make sure you don't think that you can transgress part of the day. Because it is the whole 24 hours you are called upon. Remember, if you can find yourself sin-free on that day, and you're supposed to be sin-free, then you have kept the seventh-day Sabbath. But the point about it is, make sure you have regard for the seventh day Sabbath. We went through pains, taking scripture after scripture, constructing scripture with scripture, putting it together until we get a whole picture. We made chance to make it easy so that everybody can follow, so that there is no excuse. Your blood be upon your own shoulders. But let it not be your blood be on your shoulders, let righteousness be on your shoulders. Amen. So remember what we said. Remember what it said. And of course I'll make copies of this for you all for next week. Alright? So the grace of God be with you all as you remember these important points. What do you see? Amen. Good. How do I accept people? How does someone accept people? How does they show they accept people? Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to do something here for you. And I mean no blasphemy. I will do something here for you. What do I have here? This is a napkin, okay? I need to wipe my face or something here, and I pull this out because I need to wipe something with this, okay? This has a purpose, okay? Now, what's this? Alright, so watch. Okay? Oh, I walked on it, it says, well dirty, you can't wear it through, and it's just a little piece. Do you pay any special notice to this? No. To notice a man, watch me, by bowing to him and saying and so on, based upon what he claims to be, is paying attention to him. So how are you supposed to treat the poor? Pay no attention to him. Like a piece of paper on the ground. So if he's right here in the environment, and this is not fanaticism, this is righteousness by faith. If he's in the environment here, and everybody's bowing and shaking, you just turn your back, you understand? And then you scratch your head. Something like that. You just turn your back and, pat yourself, like that, just do something like that. In other words, you're giving God the glory because he paid no attention to a contrived office. He's definitely not a substitute Christ. He's definitely not born on earth. Therefore people say, oh, look at the great recognition. What are you recognizing? When Donald Trump went to visit the Pope, or Chancellor Merkel went to visit the Pope, or Mr. Obama went to visit the Pope, what are you going to visit him for? Do you come to visit Pastor Coffee? No. Do you come to visit some unknown pastor? No. What are you visit him for? You're going to visit him because in your mind you acknowledge something about him. What about him you acknowledge him? He's the head of the Roman Catholic Church. What does that mean? That he's a substitute Christ. That's what that means. So if you're president, don't go and visit him. They say, okay, all of us in the EU are going to visit the Pope. You in the EU turn away. Exactly. You understand? You turn away. If they say the Pope wants a meeting with you, you ask, meeting for what? I'm going to meet you as a normal civilian. Amen. Meet me as the leader of the Roman Catholic Church? No, you're not the leader of the Roman Catholic Church. You have a contrived office. You claim to be a substitute Christ and you're wrong. So you can't give him that recognition. That's why you're not supposed to, what he says about himself, you're not supposed to act in concert about what he says about himself. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? A vagrant is on the street and he tells you, I'm a vagrant, I have no money. Can I have a dollar? And you take the dollar out and give it. You're acting in concert with what that man says he is. And it is true, he is a what? A vagrant. You're supposed to listen to a vagrant, I'm sure, more than him. That's right. try to answer the question. Don't try to be it. You all will answer that question as you think about it, right? But I'm just showing you, listen to a vagrant word. More than you listen to the code. Watch this. So I'm in the street walking, and there's a vagrant. And he asks me for money. Now when he asks me for money, what do you want the money for? You say, look right over there, there's the doubles. I'll buy. I'm hungry. And another one asks me. So I give the other one. He gets somebody go and buy a double. So I give this one. He gets somebody puts it in his pocket. I said, look, if I get one by the doubles. He refused. So somebody was at me, I can't remember, so I gave the person my bank to hold and I was going to take my dollar back from his pocket. He gets up and he starts to run. And then he tell me, he said this, you is our offshoot. I said, you are a girl, and he tell me, he was a former Adventist. And he telling me, he on the street begging and telling me I'm the offshoot. You understand? Okay? So I'm showing you, you can pay attention to a vagrant above the book. Because they cannot acknowledge him based upon what he says he is. If he comes to you as an ordinary man, he comes and tells you, I'm an ordinary man, I am like you, and I don't have no special office, then you can say, what help can we do for you in Christ Jesus? And then you call upon him to repent of his sins and so on. That would mean you have to give up that office. You don't have a precedent like that in history. Let us start. We sing hymn number 12. So let me, hymn number 12, let's stand there and sing that.
Hymn number 12 in whole is praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Amen. Nice.
Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. 3, 4. Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation.
My soul praise him.
Oh, my soul praise him, for he is thy health and salvation.
All ye who hear,
All ye who hear,
now to his temple draw
now to his temple draw
near.
near.
Glad adoration.
Join ye in glad adoration.
Praise to the Lord.
Praise to the Lord,
Things so wondrously
all things so wondrously reign.
under his wings.
Shielded thee under his
They so
wings,
gently
they
sustain
so gently sustain.
Hast thou not seen?
Hast thou not seen
All thy desires in
how thy desires have been
granted in what he ordained.
granted in what he ordained?
Praise to the Lord.
Praise to the
Prosper
Lord,
thy word and defend.
prosper thy word can defend thee.
Surely his goodness and mercy
Surely his goodness and
he daily attend thee.
daily attend thee.
Ponder anew
Wonder
what the Almighty can do.
what the Almighty can
If with his love he befriend thee.
if with his love he befriends thee.
Amen.
So let us have our closing prayer. Let us pray. Gracious loving Father, we thank you for what you have shown us today with regards to the role of the seventh-day Sabbath in the final crisis. And we ask of you to help us to keep that seventh-day Sabbath, to fulfill that role through the Sabbath working in us. May you be our true Yahweh, our God, our King, our ruler, because thou art our Creator. And may we testify that you are those things through the truths of Jesus Christ, the plan of salvation. Help us to guard well the seventh-day Sabbath and to not desecrate the Sabbath. Let this study be a study of Sabbath reform for some of us, that in the end, we will not be transgressors of your law, but we will have the experience of sinfulness that the seventh-day Sabbath gives. Thanking you again for loving us through the truth of Jesus Christ, the plan of salvation. Amen.